Hello Jurassic fans, today is episode 5 of MINI-MUERTA. Before we get started, I want to do a quick recap of what I've built in the previous episodes, beginning with episode 1. I began the series by building this entry point of the park and this guest section along with this Tyrannosaurus Rex exhibit. For episode 2, I built this little guest section with attractions as well as this herbivore valley. For episode 3, I built this forest/swamp with Dinosaur and Therizinosaurus. And then for last episode, I built this cove section of the park and filled it with the biggest and baddest carnivores in the game. I let you guys vote for what I'll be adding to the park in this video, and you guys voted on a VIP section with hotels and a petting zoo. I started by flattening out and clearing out this area on this mountain by removing all the trees. Now that the area is cleared out, I can begin building the guest section. I didn't really know what to do with the paths here. I actually ended up changing them later on, but I began with just kind of like a temporary layout of how I wanted to separate it between the guest section and the petting zoo. I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't really have a goal or direction in mind when building this. I sort of just built and experimented as I went and kind of just turned out how it turned out. But it still ended up looking kind of cool. I don't know, you guys could let me know what you think about it in the comments. Even though it wasn't really going to have any actual functionality, I still decided to build an entry point to the petting zoo where the guests would enter into the exhibit. This is one of those things where you kind of just have to use your imagination and pretend like the guests can actually access it, even though they can't. In order for the guests in your park to process and register the dinosaurs that are housed in enclosures, they have to have at least an access point that isn't closed off, or a viewing attraction of some kind. So to ensure that all of the dinosaurs in this particular exhibit would actually have an impact on the park rating, I had to place some sort of viewing attraction in the exhibit. And this one just seemed like the best fit in my opinion. Obviously, the enclosure is very, very bland right now, so I decided to just experiment with different decorations and see if I could make it look more appealing. I'm running out of things to say, so here's a montage of speed building. Going back through this after recording it all, I'm not entirely sure why I paused the enclosure halfway through and started making the guest section, but I promise it will loop back over to the enclosure and I will finish it. It will look better than that. Just trust the process. Given that the goal of this is supposed to be a VIP or exclusive area of the park, I'm putting all the hotels here because they would cost more, obviously, to stay the night in the park rather than just a day pass. So this VIP section will be a mix between hotels and attractions or amenities. I wanted it to seem like this whole guest section and the area around it, along with the top of this hill, was just really, really lush. So I used all of the individual foliage decorations to just fill in all of the missing space that I couldn't with the terrain brushes. I filled in everywhere I wanted to fill in, and now I just needed to release all the dinosaurs into the exhibit. Obviously, for a petting zoo, I would want dinosaurs that are more family-friendly, or dinosaurs that would let you get close enough to pet them. So I went for the 3 species that I thought would be the most kid-friendly in the game: Lystrosaurus, Microceratus, and Minmi. While I waited for all of the dinosaurs to transport to the enclosure, I decided to just go ahead and finish up with all of the foliage and scenery that I said I was going to do, just to make this enclosure look a little more lush and less open and barren and boring. I figured I could pass the time by customizing the attractions that I placed, just making them look a little bit more unique. Now here's a little overview of the entire area so you can see all of the dinosaurs and buildings in the daylight. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, maybe consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel just so I know to make more content like this. We also have room for one more exhibit or build on this island before the series is over, so if you guys have any suggestions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll add them to a vote, which you guys can then choose from in about a week and a half. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.